Bestefar, tar vi tran for å holde oss friske?
Ja, og alt på 1850-tallet så forstod de at det også måtte være bra for hodet. De ville lokke turister nordover og kom på en idé så smart at verden aldri hadde sett maken. De fant opp nordlyset.
Er det sant? Har de tatt for lite Møllers tran, eller?
Møllers, ta vare på hjerne- og immunforsvar.
Hello everyone, my name is Zinia and I'm an innovation manager at Orkla Care. At Orkla Care, we're working with a lot of different brands, such as old beloved brands like Møllers and Nutrilett, Salo, Lano, that many of you probably know about and many of you hopefully love. And also some young brands like, for example, Klar, that we launched only 3 years ago. So why does my business area rock? I could speak about that forever. But today I have only 3 minutes, so I will focus on 3 things. Firstly, I'm very proud of my business area because we have such a high focus on sustainability. And it just makes the work very meaningful for myself personally. When we develop our products, we focus on creating more natural and more sustainable products that we currently have in our portfolio. We work with both packaging, making it more suitable for recycling, and we also work with formulation of the products themselves to make them more natural. And we also love to test and experiment. While working on new innovations, we implement the principles of lean innovation and design thinking, and we co-create constantly with our consumers to make sure that the products we're coming up with are loved by our consumers. And we do a lot of testing, and we also sometimes test the products on ourselves, like, for example, hygiene products like shampoo and balsam. And sometimes we get a fabulous hair day, and sometimes we get what we get. And our latest test was refillable in store, where we asked our consumers to bring their own soap dispensers and fill them out with soap in store. And by that, we managed to save a lot of plastic from packaging. Last but not least, our leaders create a learning culture that facilitates personal and professional development. As such, we're encouraged to move to different business areas and to different departments within the business area. For example, I started as a responsible for trade and space, and then I became an international brand manager for Jordan, one of my favorite brands in Orkla. And now I'm working as an innovation manager. And not only you can move between different departments and different business areas, you can also move internationally, because Orkla Care is present in many markets, and we have offices not only in the Nordic countries, but also in such exotic countries like, for example, Malaysia. And I myself have been to Malaysia, having a workshop with my colleagues from there, and also visiting a factory where the toothbrushes are produced, which I find very exciting. So just apply for a position at Orkla Care, and I think you're never going to regret because it's fun. Thank you.
Jeg trodde kanskje vi hadde begynt å meske oss litt, du. Bare fordi vi lanserte de gutta her. Nei, vi ble her og jobbet på, vi. Og her kanskje det deiligste vi har laget frem til nå. Snurr film.
Nyhet. Nidar Salted Caramel Brownie.
Hi, my name is Marie, and I work as a brand manager within Orkla Confectionery and Snacks Norway, which is Norway's largest player within the confectionery and snacks industry, with 72 brands and over 500 product lines. And when working within Orkla Confectionery Snacks, one of the best things is that you get to work with really strong brands and also very well-known products, such as Laban within the sugar confectionery, Smash and Stratos within chocolate, and Kim's within chips, and also Bixit within biscuits. Some of our products are sold internationally. For example, Laban is sold in India, But 90% of our turnover is from the Nordics and Baltics, with Norway as the largest single market. Another great thing about working within confectionery and snacks is that we work really closely with our factories. That means that we hands-on get the experience and the insight into how our products are really made. We have 3 factories, one in Trondheim, where we produce our candy, one in Skreia, where we produce our chips and nuts, and lastly, we have a factory in Kungälv, where we produce our biscuits and hard bread. When working within Orkla Confectionery and Snacks, you either work within the area of candy, snacks, or biscuits. Each area has strong brands and their own challenges and strategies. Needless to say, it never gets boring. And lastly, the best thing about working within confectionery snacks is that we do have to taste try our products before they launch. Thank you.
What's your story? What's your plan? Where you going to? Where do you stand? In this moment, take a chance.
I used to dream of growing up in Wonderland, a land where ideas flood the space, just as the creamy chocolate is poured over the soft cakes by the skillful chefs. I used to dream of people working together, with passion, while kneading the dough, adding magic dust over the flour volcanoes, and watching the bread grow.
You dare take the high road to your dreams. Let the world.
I used to dream of a place with magicians who could use technology to bring thousands of delicious and colorful ice creams out of their hats, with extra sprinkles on top. I used to dream of finding like-minded people who care about the planet and do their best to create sustainable products. I used to dream of lovely marzipan castles and cakes, carefully shipped everywhere in the world, conquering the hearts of millions of people for generations. But most of all, I used to dream of a home to grow.
What would happen if we tried? Could we spread our wings and learn to fly? And together we could see that the world is.
We are together since 1999.
At OFI, we dare
To care in everything we do.
Here is all about
people.
And passion.
Flow of products is the glue
that unites us.
Wild flow of knowledge.
makes us stronger.
We strive to be the best in everything we do.
Your dreams, our future.
70 companies, 23 countries, and 34 production plants. That's OFI. It's probably the business area that is the least known to you, but I'm here to enlighten you. My name is Matilda. OFI is the second largest business area in Orkla, and we account for almost a quarter of the total operating revenue. Where we differ the most from the other business areas is that retail is not our core business. We do retail, but that only accounts for 20% of what we do. 80% of what we do is business to business. We are also the business area that is the most international, and 47% of our business operation is outside Norway and the Nordics. So we produce, we distribute, and we sell bakery ingredients for both industry and artisanal bakers. We also sell ice cream ingredients and all the accessories that goes with it. So if you walk into an ice cream shop, like everything there, we supply. We do have some strong retail brands as well. Idun Mors Hjemmebakte is the leading yeast brand in Norway. You probably know it. And we also have brands like Naturli, which produce plant-based alternatives in categories where it's traditionally non-plant-based, so meat and dairy. 3 reasons why working in OFI is such a cool thing. The number 1 reason for me is OFI's role and path to the more sustainable and plant-based future. We as consumers are told to eat less meat and more grains and nuts and seeds, which is our core business. Through this, we at OFI are always striving to find innovations that will have consumers do this. The other part is all the talented people from various backgrounds. As we are mainly a business-to-business company, we need the experts at key positions. So even though there's a lot of, for example, business people as myself, first and foremost, key managers are bakers, they are chefs, they are pastry chefs. So my business jibber jabber does not always go in at first. However, working in such a team with people with different backgrounds, perspectives, as well as skill sets from yourself is very inspiring and challenging and extremely learningful, and you will grow a unique skill set working at OFI. And lastly, what is great about business to business in general, or especially at us, I believe, is that we work more as a team than in the retail struggling world. We work together with our customer, and we together create business objectives, and we reach them together. And because of this, we're able to have a huge and direct impact on what the market has to offer. So I hope you come join us.
To my surprise, listen, 100 stories high. People getting down on the roof. I heard somebody say, it's going viral. Burn that mother down, y'all.
Hi, my name is Renate, and I work as a key account manager for digital channels, international sales, and new channels in Orkla Foods. And what is Orkla Foods? Well, it's the place where you make Grandiosa, we make Big One, Toro, Funlight, Nugatti, Mr. Lee, Makrell i tomat, Stabburet leverpostei, and I could go on forever. And yeah, of course, Naturli, which is the newly launched brand that we just made, and you see it here. And if you haven't seen it, you probably slept under a rock for the last few months because it's been everywhere. But yeah, it's a 100% plant-based brand, and we even have our own cafe downstairs here at Skøyen. So that I probably have to hashtag product placement. But off with the 3 things on why Orkla Foods rock. First of all, Orkla Foods is the biggest business area in Orkla, standing for around 40% of the total operating and revenue, which means that we do everything bigger in foods. The brands are bigger, the innovation are bigger, the media budgets are bigger, which is fun. For me, the customer relations are bigger. And lastly, I'm American, so this is also quite important, that the international career opportunities are bigger. You can work from everywhere, from Sweden, in Orkla Foods Denmark, or even Orkla Foods India. Secondly, Orkla Foods really invest in young talent. For instance, me, I started out straight out of BI Business School as a brand manager for pizza before I became a senior brand manager for pizza. And after a while, I moved to the sales department and became a key account manager for foods. And in the job description, it says 5 years, and I got it after 2 years. So this is something I wished someone had stressed to me when I was a student, that the job description ain't the most important one. The most important thing is who you are as a person. If you are motivated, if you're eager to learn, it's going to show, and that's when Orkla is really going to invest in you as a person. And lastly, this is probably my favorite thing about foods, but that is just the people and the community we have in the company. We have so much fun. from dinners to cabin trips to a week in Berlin, or we just had a Grandiosa party because Grandiosa was 40 years with all 300 employees, of course pre-corona. So yeah, if you love eating food and you're ready to have a large responsibility but have a lot of fun doing so, I think that Orkla Foods and Orkla in general also gonna rock for you. So that's me, and now it's over to part 2 of product placement because we're gonna run the Naturlig ad.
Prøv nyheten. Naturlig burgers. Saftig og digg. Kanskje verdens beste burger? 100% plantebasert. Se etter Naturlig burgers i frysedisken. Naturlig. Be the change.